There are still public varieties out there. We've released a couple in the last couple years, and it's kind of hidden away, but there's actually a lot of public varieties come out, not public varieties that come out of public programs from Illinois and Purdue and some other states. Many of my colleagues in Purdue and Illinois release a lot of their varieties for branding, and so they are out there. You might even be growing some of these varieties from public universities and not even know it. Last year, the University of Illinois sold over 600,000 bags of seed. None of them are as public varieties. They're all out there being branded, and again, they might very well be on your farms from a public institutions. You may not even know it. My last two varieties that we released were public varieties, and we're pleased with their performance. But of course, we're always looking for something better. And when we look for something better, everything's always relative. Everything I do in plant breeding, whether it's basic genetics or applied, is all relative. So we always have our check varieties out here, and the variety we've compare ourselves to the most often is Pioneer 25R47. And for many years, it was the highest yielding variety in the state of Ohio, the state of Michigan, the state of Indiana, the state of Illinois, Wisconsin. In fact, it hardly seemed to matter where you grew 25R47, it was going to be right at the top of the yield trials. And when we first put 25R47 into my yield trials, it was extremely disappointing. Not 25R47, the performance of my lines relative to 25R47. It was immediately went right to the top, and we were about 5 bushels an acre lower than the 25R47. So we've done a lot of work to try to catch up to that variety, and of course keep moving along. And as you know, yield is always a moving target. So here is the 25R47. This was our benchmark for many years. Of course, it's not really available now to growers. It's not being sold by Pioneer anymore, but it's still a very high yielding variety. And we do have some new checks in here, thinking we may want to replace this if we can find a check variety that yields as well as this. So here's 25R47. Of course, very good yield, pretty good test weight, not very good for scab resistance. So we're always looking for something that's better than that. This is a line, this is 26958. This is a new breeding line for us. You'll see its designation is OH08. That means this is in the class of 2008. We have some things from the class of 2007. Our last releases, Brumfield and Malabar, from the class of 2002. Basically, classes of 2003, 4, and 5, and 6. Nothing really good came out of them, okay? So that's just what happens some years. Some classes just don't make it too well, okay? But the class of 07 and 08 are looking very promising, and the class of 09 is looking pretty promising too.